At one point in the movie, one of the characters who has been abused by a priest tries to articulate what it is like to be on the receiving end of abuse from somebody that represents God to you. He says, when a priest pays attention to you, it's a big deal. He asks you to collect the hymnals or take out the trash, and you feel special. It's like God is asking you for help. So maybe it's a little weird when he tells you a dirty joke, but now you've got a secret together, so you go along. And then he shows you a dirty picture, and you go along, and you go along, and you go along, and you go along until one day he asks you for a sexual favor. And you go along with that too, because you feel trapped, because he's groomed you. And how do you say no to God? Right? See, it's important to understand this is not just physical abuse, it's spiritual abuse too. And when a priest does this to you, he robs you of your faith. So you reach for the bottle or the needle, and when those don't work, you jump off a bridge. That's why we call ourselves survivors. And certainly is not just the Catholic Church, it's our church too. And full disclosure, it happened to me as well. You could read all about it if you wanted. It was on the front page of my hometown newspaper, the Modesto Bee, along with many other news outlets. I grew up outside of the Latter-day Saint Church, and in the church where I grew up, one pastor after another sexually abused teenagers. So not only do I know the prevalence of abuse and the damage that it does as a mental health therapist, I know it in my own life, in my own body, in the lives of 20 of my peers. So knowing that my purpose here today is to talk to you about youth bishop interviews, you might assume that I'm going to tell you that they're terrible, that they're wrong, that they're bad, and that they all should stop. Not cool.